doctor prior to. I'm telling you, I'm trying to give you the 411.
It's too late.
That's what I do.
Here it goes.
You're tuned in to the Profit and Growth Hour here on WDRBmedia,
The voice of the community.
I am Dr. Bizness.
And I am, as always, your one and only Lady Guns. That's greatness under no stipulation.
And we are so glad that you have tuned into this another Profit and Growth segment. We're always looking to give you something for your head, something for your heart, and something for your hands to do. Why? Because we are intelligent people. So we want to make sure that we get the right information to you so that you can make the right decisions. But then we feel, we emote, we're passionate about some things. So we need to be able to have that as a part of the equation. But then we also need some takeaways, some deliverables, because faith without works is dead. So at the end of the day, we got to do the work. We got to do some takeaways, some homework assignments so that your tomorrow is better than your today. We're excited about today. We are co-hosting here, and we are dealing with, during this series, commitment.
Yes. Some people have issues with that.
With commitment.
With commitment. It's not something that comes easily. I think commitment requires discipline that is no longer relevant today in this generation. The commitment and the follow through, because it's got to be quick. What's that saying? It's not a race. No, it's not a sprint. It's a marathon. And people don't like marathons today. They want to get rich quick, die trying. They want to make it happen now. They want the microwave series of success. They want Ed McMahon. Is Ed McMahon still alive?
I don't even know.
No, boy, he ain't knocked on my door. Right.
I've been waiting for him.
Right.
Yeah.
I was at a grocery store getting a money order, and the lady in front of me was getting the little lottery fill in the blank things. And I asked her, I was like, have you ever won? She's like, yeah, I win every now and then. But she bought like 30 of them. I was like, and I don't remember how much they were, but I had to wait for her to scratch all her little numbers in and give them back to the people to register or whatever.
So they do it right then and there?
No.
So
I don't
take home.
I don't know anything about it.
Okay.
But she wasn't going to take them out nowhere. She had to pick her numbers and then I don't know, whatever she did. But I know I had to wait quite a while. And she didn't look
that
as
seems
if...
to be commitment. She was committed to getting all 30 of her cards scratched and turned back into the appropriate individual.
She was committed to making me late. That's what she was committed to.
There are different forms of commitment, right?
But even with that, I would rather do this instead of work on my craft or my skill or whatever, because I want it as easy as possible and as quick as possible. And her statistics in the conversation was not always in her favor. So for me, I'm like, why would you keep doing something? But you're right. That's committed to
every
a system,
week.
every whatever day.
Me 100 lottery tickets,
however it's going to be.
Spend all my money and get back $2 every now and then.
Right.
So I'm committed to a mindset of failure. I'm committed to a mindset of poverty. I'm committed to a mindset of a system that statistically will not reap me the rewards that I need. So I believe people are very committed. In the one of the 500,000 dictionary definitions out there,
for commitment.
This is not the Urban Dictionary, but it does say that commitment is the state or quality of being dedicated to a cause, activity, etc. Synonyms are dedication, devotion, allegiance, loyalty, faithfulness, fidelity, bond, adherence, attentiveness. Her commitment to her students continued undiminished. You know that ain't the Urban Dictionary.
Not at all.
So what that mean?
Right. King James Version of commitment.
I think people are committed to what people are committed to, what they want to be committed to.
Right.
I believe that people are committed for the time frame that they've set for themselves, even if that's commitment for a day or commitment for an hour.
Right.
I will be committed to this task for 1 hour. Now, mind you,
Right.
to complete the task, it takes 10 hours.
Right.
But you going to be committed for 1 hour.
Right.
After that, there goes your level of commitment.
So that's the commitment to the process, and in hopes for whatever expected results that people are looking for. So maybe it's not that they have commitment issues, maybe it's follow-through issues.
I would think that to be the case.
When I think of it in a
could see
business perspective, as I do the business coaching, a lot of times I talk to clients that have confetti. That's what I started calling it. Confetti is when you have a lot of businesses and a lot of ideas that you started, but you have not completed any of them. Sometimes they are all the same color and they sit under the same umbrella, but they're still incomplete. And sometimes you want to own a car wash, a dry cleaners, a hair salon. None of them actually marry up, and none of them are
Googled
dependent
the
on
top
each other.
5 businesses
Right.
in this year that's going to make $50 billion.
Absolutely.
And those are the 5 businesses you
And
start.
that's right there. Or you were humming and somebody said, you can sing, so now you want to be a singer. And then someone like, that car is nice, so now you want to sell cars. And every time you get a compliment, that becomes your new gig or your new thing or your new option. So, when working with people, and I encourage anyone, if you're starting a business or you have business ideas, make sure that you don't have a bunch of confetti. Make sure that you get the one that all the others can be leveraged from.
Flagship.
Right.
Everybody needs a flagship product, a flagship service. So it is that product, that service that gets the most of your attention because that has the most potential to yield a return on investment. That one has the most potential to bring results because of your heart, your passion, your skill sets, your gifting, your talents. And then you surround it with the other things, the service ancillary services and products to help bring in residual income.
Okay. Would it also, and I'm glad you said that, because there was an instance I was talking to someone, they had a travel business, like literally a travel business, and it was on the web or whatever. It would carry itself. It did not require a lot of maintenance. So my suggestion was to focus on, that wasn't the passion, but it was the quick, low-hanging fruit that would create residual income that they could use for the passion. The passion required more funding than they had the ability to, but they could get it from the travel business. So that, what you stated was, you work on your passion, but in that sense, I saw it as a reverse. Because you want to drive your passion, but you don't have the funding. Take your low-hanging fruit, make it operational. Take, 2 months, 60 days, make it rock. And then you can stand back and let it just continue to bring you what you need while you work on the passion. I think people...
And that is, in my opinion, working on the passion. Because...
You're just using another tool that you have.
If somebody wants to be a DJ, in order to be a DJ, I need some speakers. I don't have the money to get speakers. So I may have to focus on this other side hustle, this other side gig to raise the monies to get the speakers, or I may have to get a loan to get the speakers, or I may have to put in overtime on my job to get the speakers, or I may have to do something over here, non-DJ related, in order to get what I need to be the superstar DJ. And then once I get all of those pieces in place and get that baby up and running, now I can focus on.
Okay.
But you have to get it started. You have to get it off of first base.
And that's the hardest part. I think a lot of times people fail, one, because of the circle they surround themselves with. I want to be successful at this, but you're not around anyone that does that.
Correct.
So instead, you're around people that support you and love you, your friends and your family. However, they've always known you as Pee-wee, and they can't see the vision that you have. They can't see you, Joseph. They can't see you as king and ruler.
That's right.
Therefore, I'm going to stick you in a hole in the ground and sell you into slavery.
But that's what family members do.
Stick you in holes in the ground and sell you to slavery?
Obviously. It's been done before.
Right.
And I'm sure it's going to be done in the future. As much as somebody says they love you and that they support you, there are always conditions to that.
Right.
The whole unconditional love, death do us part, road dogs forever, all that. That
I got you.
As long as that person is doing what it is you need them to do, then yes. all of those accoutrements line up. But the minute they step on your brand new tennis shoes, the minute they talk about your mama, the minute you get more money than them, the minute you sleep with their boyfriend, the minute,
Really?
there's always,
You got
there's always
the
something.
second you sleep.
Exactly. So there's conditions. You know, you spit in my face, we can't be cool no more. You shank me in the back, we can't be. You shoot me in the kneecap, we can't be. I said I love you forever.
But were we ever cool if those are even options? Those sound like hidden agendas. Like you already had some deviant, devisable debacle.
People went into that business relationship pure, motivated. We're on the same team.
Right.
But then, you know, all of a sudden, there's a $1 million contract that gets put on the table, and one party wants it and the other party doesn't, but you 50-50 partners. Now what you do?
He's making me think of Dreamgirls. Effie got kicked out the group.
Yes.
Effie was...
It was
fine.
It was Effie's fault.
Until Dina started getting promoted and seen and everything.
Problem. Because Effie let her emotions get in the way. Effie got all twisted and whatevered up, and she just couldn't see the forest for the trees, so she threw the baby out with the bathwater.
Right.
So
and that's
she wanted to blame everybody else. And if you watch Dreamgirls later on during the movie, that was brought out more and more. Effie was getting in Effie's way.
Right.
Effie was stopping Effie from succeeding.
Right.
Effie wanted what Effie wanted when Effie wanted.
How Effie wanted
exactly.
it.
And
right.
if it didn't pan out that way, then Effie didn't want nothing to do with it.
Then F you.
It pretty much.
F-E-U.
And that's what everybody said to her. Because your attitude determines your altitude.
Absolutely.
There are people out there that are superstars. There are people out there that are CEOs and partners and top of their game because they were willing to play the game. You have to be able to get along. You have to be able to go along before you can get along.
Right.
So people don't want to go along.
Absolutely.
People don't want to compromise. Now, obviously, nobody's saying break the law, do anything unethical, immoral, illegal. We ain't saying that. But all the way up to that, you have to fit into the culture of where it is you're looking to go.
Oh, gosh.
And you have to be able to play ball with the people that are part of that team.
Absolutely. I had a director one time. He called me in and he was like, you know, sometimes you have to kiss the ring. I almost passed out. I had never been so insulted in all of my God-given days. And I couldn't understand it.
You got a ring or something I can... Have you kissed the ring?
Boy, I got a ring for you to kiss, all right. But
may not kiss back.
It'll be the last pucker up you get. But when he told me,
all swollen and stuff.
Welcome to the
I was kissing the ring.
We're just so excited that you're here.
Listen, y'all, what about the person?
Is your mic even on? Okay.
What about?
Just be chiming in. This is our producer. Let the people know who you is.
Good evening, guys.
It ain't even evening. But
let her introduce
Hi,
herself.
guys. This is Alvetta G, your host for Intimacy Inspiration, Saturday
put on your
evening
sexy
at
voice?
Because she
7:30
talking about intimacy
p.m.
inspiration.
Oh, okay.
Eastern Standard Time.
My bad.
Tune in. I have a question.
Hi, guys.
What about...
Michael.
Okay, the people that are already there. Now, this is stuff I've seen online that some celebrities say. They'll say, well, if you're here, you can't hang with people at your last level. But the people at their last level is trying to get to where they're going. And they don't want them to be a part of their circle. So how do a person get there when the people that's already there don't want them to be a part of their circle, when you're telling me, okay, you got to get with people that are already there?
There's a difference between favor and blessings. Favor, I think it's favor and blessings. If you want, want favor, you counsel up. If you want favor, you hang around people that are already where you want to go. If you want favor, you sit at the king's table when you're not the king. When you want favor, you humble yourself and you submit to the leadership of others as to where you want to go. So the circle that you hang around when you want favor are those that are above you, those that have achieved more, those that have a greater track record. Now, if you want to be blessed, then you reach back behind and you help those people that helped you. You go back behind and you give. So you sit at the king's table because you want favor. The king then gives you advice, gives you counsel, gives you this is the way you need to go. This is the direction. This is the vision. These are the objectives. These are the takeaways, the deliverables. And then if you want to be blessed, not only do you execute those things, but then you say, psst, psst, guess what, Ray? This is what the king said, so this is what I'm doing. Guess what, Pookie and them? This is what the king said, so this is what I'm doing. So now you take that same advice, that same counsel, because they weren't favored enough to be at the king's table, but you still want your road dogs, your buddies, your boys, your girls, or whatever, to be able to benefit from what's happening at the table, because if you ain't at the table, you're probably what's for dinner. So in order for you not to get eaten by the big bad world, you need to position yourself to help somebody else who doesn't have what you have, give them advice and counsel, so to them, you now become the king.
And I think where everyone messes up at is that they reach back and they try to pull them up without giving them guidance. They try to MC Hammer them. They try to give them the money and give them, but they haven't earned it. They don't understand how to be stewards over it.
Absolutely.
You cannot jump from the frying pan into success. You have to take the journey through there.
You got to pay your dues.
Because you won't know what to do with it when it comes at you.
Sure, you're right.
Little becomes much when you place it in the master's hand. He says, if you're faithful over a few, I'll make you ruler over many. So there you go. I give you 2 slaps as the day goes on. 2 slaps, few. Wait, 3 is few. There you go. 1, 2, 3. That's few.
The Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost.
He coming in on a Hyundai.
I understand everything that y'all said just now, but I'm talking about those. See, the people that y'all just mentioned.
You're talking about the king when the king doesn't want those that are trying, those at the table.
They will, in other words, they will call you an opportunist or
people gonna call you out your name. They're gonna call you, but you're gonna call you because every time you go higher and higher, that means somebody else is going lower and lower because there's greater distance between
they're not
you
moving
and them.
at all.
Therefore, as a result, they're gonna think you are this, you are that, you know that
Who
that's
you
why
sleep with to get to the top.
Jennifer Lopez had to come up with a whole project talking about I'm just still Jenny from the block. That was just to let her people know that I got millions of dollars, but that don't mean I'm better than you.
Who I am.
I'm better off than you,
So
but I'm not better than you. But people aren't going to understand that no matter how many movies, how many songs, because people going to think what people going to think. And it's easier for me to blame you for my failure versus me blaming myself.
So could it be that the people that are already there, I don't want to say forget where they come from.
Well, there are they that do that.
There's some.
So yeah, I'm not saying that. There are people that arrive and they be like, see ya, peace, I ain't ever coming back. Lose my phone number, my Facebooks, I'm changing my Facebook, and I ain't befriending you ever again. So yeah, there are those people that are mean, hateful, and whatever, and they ride off into the sunset, but pride comes before a fall. But then I would hope that the majority of people are loving, compassionate, and kind, and
see an
are
opportunity.
willing, wherever possible, to hand out that olive branch in order to bring people along that journey with them.
Right, and you see that with a lot of athletes. You know, they go back to their high school. They go back to the old basketball court where they played by the street light, all night. They go back, and now that they've got their NBA contract, they go back into their city, and represent and support and help out and bring out or whatever. And then you have the Roscoe Jenkins
Yes.
I don't know what
Yes,
that movie
yes.
was. It annoyed me though because he was so
Yes.
selfish and so centered.
The team
the
of
team
me.
of me.
The team of
yeah,
me.
became
That's right.
team of me, and it was all about him and who he was and what he could get.
But
and what he
there
wanted
was
to
a
do.
reason for that. And that's sometimes what people don't understand. They don't want to deal with the root cause
Right.
of issues. They
Right.
just want to deal with the surface. Oh, he left and didn't come back for 9 years.
Right.
Oh, he blew up and became the superstar and forgot about
you
his
can't-
family.
oh,
type
you
or
ain't
whatever.
country no
Exactly.
more.
You can't come back to
You
the family
RJ,
reunion.
not
exactly.
Roscoe.
You ashamed of your name and stuff.
Right.
But there's a reason behind all of that. The hurt, the pain, the disappointment, him losing out on old girl.
Right,
Light
the
bright
bullying.
With regards to
You
the
called
prom.
her light bright.
Well, that she was light bright. So yeah, all of that.
You can talk.
I got a shade.
You got a hue, a tint of hue.
Family,
But,
don't go anywhere. You are tuned in to the Profit and Growth Hour here on WDRB Media,
The voice of the community.
21. See, this right here gonna be a problem.
Like it is. No.
Right.